How to quickly master your new DPO1204. This video will teach you everything. Here are all the accessories for the 1204. Before use, open the stand to adjust the angle. For easier screen viewing, for power, you must use the included 15-volt 3-ampere power adapter. The instrument must be properly grounded via a 3-prong outlet. After powering on, click the bottom left power button to boot up. Once the machine completes its self-test, it automatically enters the main interface. Click Default to restore default settings. Calibrate the probes before use. Connect the probe to the channel interface. Connect the probe tip to the signal compensation output. Connect the ground clip to the ground terminal. Set the probe attenuation to 10 times, and set the menu attenuation to 10 times. Observe the waveform status. This is overcompensated. This is undercompensated. This is a normal square wave. If the waveform is abnormal, use a small non-metallic screwdriver to adjust the probe's compensation port. Calibrate all 4 probes sequentially. Now it is complete. Use a signal source to output a waveform. Press the mode button to switch between normal trigger, single trigger, and auto trigger. The corresponding indicator light below will turn on. There are also corresponding labels on the display interface. Turn the knob to adjust the trigger level. Press to center it. Press the trigger button to enter the trigger settings menu. DPO1204 supports edge, slope, pulse width, HD video, interval, runt, timeout, pattern, and I2C, SPI, CAN, UART, LIN 5 types of serial bus triggers. Press the touch button. When the light is off, the touch screen is inactive. When the light is on, the touch function is active. Press the cursors button to quickly enable cursor measurement. Adjust the cursor range via the screen. The measure button enters the measurement menu. You can enable measurement parameters with one key. Rotate the knob to modify the trigger offset during adjustment. All channel waveforms move left or right simultaneously. The trigger offset info at the top of the screen will also change accordingly. Press the knob and the offset resets to 0. Rotate the horizontal time base knob to modify the horizontal time base. All channel waveforms adjust simultaneously. The modification info also displays at the top of the screen. Press the knob to enable zoom mode. Press the roll button to quickly enable roll mode. Press the acquire button to quickly access sampling rate and memory depth settings. Press the channel buttons to quickly turn channels on or off. The button colors match the waveform colors. Tap the channel label on the screen to enter channel settings. Rotate the vertical position knob to modify the vertical position of the corresponding channel. During the adjustment, the waveform moves up and down. Press the knob to center the vertical position. Press the Math button to open the Math Operations menu. It supports addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, FFT, differentiation, integration, square root, etc. Press the Ref button to open the Reference Waveform menu. You can save up to 4 groups of reference waveforms. Compare saved reference waveforms with measured waveforms to diagnose circuit faults. Rotate the vertical scale knob to modify the voltage scale of the current channel. During adjustment, the waveform visually increases or decreases in amplitude. Press the knob to toggle between fine adjustment and coarse adjustment. The navigation area buttons are only active in history mode or event search. Tap the auto button and the oscilloscope will use the input signal to automatically adjust the vertical voltage, horizontal time base, and trigger mode, displaying the waveform in the optimal way. Press the run or stop button to toggle the run or stop status. A green backlight indicates it is running. A red backlight indicates it is paused. The display interface will also show the corresponding status. Press the single button to quickly switch to single trigger mode. Tap the clear button to clear the current waveform persistence display. Tap display to configure color temperature display and persistence functions. Grid types include coarse grid, fine grid, and no grid 3 options on any interface. If the multi-function indicator light turns on, it means you can use the knob on this page to adjust parameters. For example, on this page, rotating the multi-function knob adjusts the waveform display brightness. On the waveform display interface, you can also make quick adjustments. Tap the Save button to enter the save and recall page. You can save and recall setup files, waveform files, image files, and CSV files. Save them externally or internally. For example, let's adjust a waveform parameter first. Open the Save page, select Setups as the type. Choose to save to index 11 and save it internally. Then randomly adjust the waveform parameters. Tap the Recall page. Select the recently saved index 11, select Internal, tap Recall. You can see that the waveform has restored our saved waveform parameters. To save externally, you need to plug a flash USB drive into the USB host port. The machine does not support hard drive type USBs. Select the file type you want to save. Tap Save to External, select the save location, and you're done. Press the System button to enter the System Utility Settings menu. On this page, you can change the machine's language, power on behavior, date, and other basic settings. Switch to Self-Test to test the machine's screen, buttons, and lights. The screen test will display red, green, and blue primary colors. Visually inspect the screen for dead pixels, bright spots, or other anomalies. For the button test, press a button. If the corresponding icon on the screen lights up, it is normal. If it doesn't light up, there is a button anomaly. For the light test, tap the icon on the screen. If the corresponding button light turns on, it is normal. If it doesn't turn on, there is a light anomaly. The machine supports a self-calibration function. You can toggle the quick calibration mode on or off. Tap Start Calibration. Disconnect all channel cables before calibration to avoid calibration errors. Then wait for the progress bar to finish, and calibration is complete. Interface settings. Use the LAN port on the back to connect to a PC. You can control it remotely via a web browser. Use a BNC cable to connect trigger out to an external device's trigger input. This outputs a synchronous trigger signal from trigger out. Tap the settings icon to enter pass or fail test. Create a rule and start testing. To perform the pass or fail test, use a USB A to B cable to connect the machine to a computer. Remotely control the oscilloscope using NI and programming. Tap the settings icon on the screen to open the settings interface. Tap the various function icons to enter their corresponding menus. This tutorial only demonstrates the basic functions.